Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglas Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. I hope that your day is off to a great start because you know you always get mine off to a great start. Rick, how do you say it? This is the day the Lord has made. We rejoice and are glad in it. Why? Because God's got a blessing, and check this, your name is on it. That's Norman Hutchins. Hutchins is on to something here because God is so good that God custom fits blessings that can't fit anybody but you. God tailor makes blessings that are designed exactly for you. God, in God's omniscient omnicompetence, knows who you are, where you are, what you need, and when you need it. And God will tailor a blessing that will help you overcome your brokenness. God will tailor a blessing that will see you through the burdens that you have to carry. God will tailor make a blessing for you. Here is the good news. God's got a blessing and your name is on it. So don't trip on what other folk have. You thank God for what you already have because God's got a blessing with your name on it. Don't be jealous about somebody else's blessing. Listen, it ain't for you. It does not fit you. God has a blessing with your name on it. So instead of complaining about what others had, go ahead, claim the blessing that God has that has your name on it. Y'all have a blessed day because guess what? God's got a blessing and your name is all on it.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 14 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Alfreda's, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Thursday, the first day of May. Here's what's happening in the news. Prosecutors in Memphis have rested their case against the 3 former officers charged in the beating death of Tyree Nichols. Defense lawyers pushed to have that case dismissed, but the judge said no way. Tyree Nichols' death sparked national outrage and renewed calls for police accountability, especially in black communities where trust in law enforcement continues to be deeply strained. Trump says HBCUs do not need to worry about losing funding. At a town hall last night, he said he secured more money for black colleges than anybody and even signed an executive order to lock in long-term support.
They were going out of business. They came to me, about 50 people that headed up, and they came to me the first year, and I took care of them. I got them more money than they ever dreamt possible, and they're in great shape now, and they have long-term financing. And nobody did that but Donald Trump. They love Trump, every one of them.
Oh, gosh. Critics say this could be campaign spin, especially since education budgets are always first on the chopping block. A new survey says Gen Z is feeling the financial heat. Over half say they're barely keeping their heads above water. The stress is hitting hardest for women, Latino respondents, and folks without college degrees. Between rent, debt, and buy now, pay later, everything, especially stuff like concert tickets, etc. Gen Z is anxious, under pressure, and struggling to build any kind of financial cushion. For information on these stories and more, go to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
Ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and the Lakers have been eliminated from the NBA playoffs by the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's over for the season.
They got him again.
That's it,
in L.A.?
Yeah, dog. Yes,
what?
Rudy Gobert had like 27 points. You know, of course, Anthony Edwards did his thing. Minnesota for real, man. It is what it is. And as you say it, we always say it. If you don't have depth, if you don't have a bench, especially in the playoffs, it ain't going to last long. I don't care.
Hey, Rock.
Yes, sir.
Have the L.A. Lakers become the Dallas Cowboys?
That's what it appears to be. That's what it appears to be.
No, because at least the Lakers go to the playoffs. Cowboys don't go to the playoffs.
Well, you know, when they do, they lose the first round.
When the last time they went to the playoffs?
What, 2 years ago, right? Get Super Day? They was in the playoffs 2 years ago.
Yeah, but they come in the Atlanta Falcons. That's who they are.
That too.
That wasn't necessary.
Hey, Houston Rockets beat Golden State. They stay alive in the playoffs, man. Golden State.
Don't do that, man.
Golden State lead that series 3-2. And the great South Carolina head women's basketball coach Dawn Staley honored with her own statue on campus.
Having a statue in my image was never a goal or even a thought. When conversations began honoring Asia Wilson with her statue, which is erected just a few blocks from where we stand today, I'll admit I wanted hers to be the only one ever.
Dawn Staley, one of the greatest to ever do it, and still ain't even close to being done. It's about quick sports report right there. Brat got the hot spot coming up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot.
And that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show is about that time for the hot spot. Brat, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Our girl Fantasia says she is ready to enter a new lane, and she just announced that she will be releasing new music, and it will be a gospel project. She says she is no longer running from gospel, and this is what else she had to say about that project.
God has been telling me to do a gospel album for years, and I've been running. But the world right now is dark. It's dark. There's a lot going on. I get to see a lot in the industry. And so I'm going to give my father, who's been so good to me, back where he deserves.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And listen, if anybody gonna kill that gospel music, it is Fantasia, okay? Fantasia is going to kill it, because when she performed, it's like she anointed anyway already when she be singing her what do you call them, secular songs or just her love songs. Like,
she be having some gospel songs she be singing sometime on stage. She'll break out.
Child, she anointed when she sing Tina Turner and start doing the rolling on the river. She take her shoes off, her little lips be quivering. She make you feel like you in church anyway. So this is right up her alley. I know it's gonna be on the charts for real, for real. Fantasia's last full album was released back in 2019, and she has not yet announced the release date for this new upcoming project. But she did announce some upcoming tour dates in Columbus, Ohio, Hollywood, Florida, Detroit, and more. So check, if y'all ain't never seen Fantasia perform, baby, this is a show you do not ever want to miss. You will leave there feeling like you just left church anyway.
Shout, you better say somebody with you to help you when you shout.
Come on now.
She be singing Baby Mama, and you be shouting, you a man, you a man, you shouting. Talking about some B-A-B-Y.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. One of the best performers that I have ever seen, for real, for real. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. Before more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Coming up next, we got Special K with the news that you absolutely, positively cannot use. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's about that time for Special K. Got news you positively, absolutely cannot use. Special K, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Hey, I need about 1 million of y'all to follow me on Instagram at Special K913. So if y'all could do that today, that would be really nice. I need about 1 million added followers today. Frida, what you laughing at?
I'm following.
Okay, thank you. That's a nice request. That's not asking for much.
1 million.
That's not asking for much. I need 100,000 people from 10 states. Is that asking for a lot? No, it's not. Thank you. Special K913 on IG. How about that? So, I don't smoke weed, so I don't get high, but I do have insomnia. And when I'm up late at night, I think of stupid things, because what else do you do late at night? Well, I reach over and ask my wife. Well, Rick, I do reach over and ask my wife, hey, I can't sleep. She says, I'm good. I said, okay, well, let me think of some stupid stuff. After 30 years, that's how it be, man. So I thought of this whole 100 men versus one gorilla thing got me to thinking. What other things could I think of, 100 versus 1, that might be interesting? How about this one? 100 Baltimore sissies versus 1 DL thug.
Oh, my God.
Who gonna win that one?
Versus what? Versus what now?
1 DL thug.
Oh.
Yeah, the sisters gonna always win.
Especially if they from Baltimore. That's a different level.
Slap you in a coma.
That's a different level of sissy. How about 100 Black Tonys versus one job application? Who gonna win that one?
Ain't one gonna show up.
Hey, this one's for Rock T. How about 100 Meg Thee Stallion looking strippers versus one married man trying to stay faithful?
Wait a minute, how many what now?
100 Meg Thee Stallion looking strippers versus one married man that's trying to be faithful. Rock T might be the only one that can survive that one.
Say, Mike.
I ain't gonna lie. The rest of us gonna fall.
Oh, no.
How about 100 scamming Atlanta scammers versus one Navy Federal checking account? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. How about 100 bitter baby mamas versus one dad trying to do the right thing?
Oh, man. Can't do that with one baby mama.
Again, if you know, you know. And finally, how about, let's see, 100 struggling hood chicks versus Corey Holcomb?
Man, God, I would love to get him a microphone, put all them in the room and get him 2 microphones.
Ooh. And how about 100 white, barely legal OnlyFans models versus one Hall of Fame tight end? I think we know how that
Oh.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the Kahlua of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Oh, say, can you see, honey? A lot of people are questioning Lady Beyonce, y'all. Now, it's being reported that Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour, y'all, was in chaos, honey, on opening night. They're saying just 2 years after Beyonce's Renaissance tour broke ticket sale records worldwide, her current Cowboy Carter tour, y'all, is in complete chaos. Now, they're saying that Beyonce announced her tour back in 2024 country music album, Cowboy Carter, which won a Grammy, y'all, for the album of the year. Now, they're saying a much-hyped tour kicked off, y'all, at the SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles on Monday. They say, but fans erupted, honey, online after Beyonce performed the national anthem, y'all, while wearing an American flag. Furious fans, y'all, demanded refunds after Beyonce performed the Star Spangled Banner on the opening night. Some fans called the pop diva tone deaf for adding that song, y'all, to her set list, especially during Donald Trump's presidency. Now, they're saying one person
and
wrote...
What was the song again?
The Star Spangled Banner. Now, they're saying one person wrote, no shade, but honey, with everything going on in our country right now, this feels like the last doggone song we should even be singing. And another fan wrote, hell no. All the black people in the crowd need to request a refund immediately. And a third person commenting, singing the national anthem while our country commits atrocity after atrocity, honey, to the Middle East and Global South, going on a tour using Americana aesthetics, especially during a time like this. Disgusting, actually. You're tone deaf as mess, and she didn't use that word. And they say she literally just don't give a damn. And they say Beyonce should partially refund everybody. Another person chimed in. They say over 3,000 seats, honey, remained unsold, y'all, opening night at this concert. And people were living. They say, rapper 50 Cent, he taunted Beyonce amid the reports of her struggling ticket sales. He said, honey, mess getting real out here, honey. He said, hey, the tickets ain't selling. So a lot of people are very disturbed. Ricky, what you think about her performing the national anthem and the way things going right now?
Well, I ain't never heard Glorilla and Gucci Mane sing the Star Spangled Banner before. They show it's just not required. I mean, she can sing what she wants to.
Yeah.
But, there's a silent protest going on and stuff. So, I don't know. I don't do the Star Spangled Banner before my shows either.
Yeah. Brad, what about you?
I just feel like people always gonna find something to say no matter what she do, no matter what anybody do. Like, maybe she's singing it because she has hope or wants to have a glimmer of hope that things will get better. The land of the free, the home of the brave. Like, come on, like, just leave her alone. Let the lady do her show. Let the lady enjoy her kids. Let her bring her kids on stage. Let her sing the Star Spangled Banner if she want to.
Yeah,
she sang Boots on the Ground. She can sing whatever she want to.
Yeah,
maybe this stretches her show out.
Sing, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free and I proudly stand.
She still is an American, still.
Yeah, but don't sing that was the other one I just sung. That's trumpet. That's real trumpet.
We have a black national anthem. She could have sang "Lift Every Voice and Sing." I mean, we have a black national anthem. So she could have did that, but
sing a song.
I think
full of the.
I think some people might look at it like she's pandering to get more of them country people to support her.
I mean,
by
it is a
doing the
racist
Star-Spangled
song.
Banner.
It is a song. The lyrics are,
Yeah.
steeped in racism. So
is Archie Bunker. We still sing it.
But that song don't mean no love for black people, though. I get what people are saying.
Yeah, I get it.
She does have a right to do it, though.
Yeah, well, we just got to pray, though, honey.
Can't nobody do nothing.
Yeah, no, Brad. It's sad.
Go on stage and poot. Oh, you pooted too
I was
hard.
just getting ready to say that. I was just getting ready to say that.
Why do you lean your hip when you poot it?
Oh, no. Why you toot to the side? Like
Well, moving on, honey. Speaking of, honey, other celebrity news, y'all. Remember Shannon Sharp, y'all? Now, he warned fans, y'all, that an edited 30-second sex tape, y'all, was about to be released by his accuser. Well, Shannon recorded a video statement after the 22-year-old woman sued him for only $50 million and accused the ESPN host of multiple rapes. Well, y'all, this is a shakedown, Shannon said. He said, I'm going to open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, honey, who has targeted y'all, Jay-Z, Tony B, and all these talking about other black men. Well, they say days went on by, and the tape never materialized, leading some to question whether a tape even existed. Now, in a statement to TMZ, Busby acknowledged y'all that the existence of a sex tape, which he claims was shared with Shannon and his attorney, y'all, during mediation. Now, Busby denied that he ever intended y'all to release the tape to the public. Now, quote, the only reason you know about the existence of a video recording is that Mr. Sharp, honey, specifically referenced it in his bullcrap statement. Now, Busby said that. Now, the contents of the video was shared during the mediation process with Sharp's attorney. Now, again, Sharp and his team, y'all, disclosed that, not us. He said Sharp himself, y'all, was offered on more than one occasion to view it himself, and he declined, y'all. They said, we have never made any claims or threats about it and won't do so. He also added, y'all, that we won't be releasing the video as a key evidence in the case and will be treated as such, y'all. So Shannon, honey, came out and talked about the tape. Busby said ain't nothing about it. They wouldn't release no tape or talking about it and stuff like that. But is anybody hearing from Shannon? Because I haven't heard nothing this week. Is he still around?
He's still doing his podcast.
He's still doing the nightcap, and he got caught cussing somebody out off mic.
Oh, really?
The other night, and they posted that.
Oh,
he told somebody
Jesus.
to shut the F up real loud. They said my uncle having a crash out right now because he under pressure.
Yeah.
He moving about his life.
He did what?
He moving about his life accordingly. He's like, listen, man, it is what it is.
They're selling them rope pills. I got mine. Rope pills.
The rope pills what got him in the situation he's in now.
Oh, really? Well, honey, he needs to stop. Well, we're going to keep him lifted, y'all. All right, honey. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Beauty Queen. On the high end, you say Beauty Queen, and on the low end, you say Beautiful Dark Mauve. That's your color for today, y'all. And for more information on these, it's a beautiful color, Ricky. It's almost like a color, y'all, color purple. So for more information on these stories and more, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com or follow me at Gary WD-TEA.
Beautiful thing, beautiful thing. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. Alrighty, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, let's go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, go and be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
My name is Tony. I'm calling from Hawaii. I want to wake up my beautiful wife, my twin boys, beautiful mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, boo-boo. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Debbie Buck calling from Lauderdale, Florida. I like to wish Shania a happy birthday, Danielle Smith a happy birthday, and a happy birthday to everybody. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Huntsville, Alabama, and the T.T. Jones racing team. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hi, this is Larry and Layla calling from Salisbury, North Carolina, and I would like to wake up my parents. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Come on, Huntsville, wake up. Chattanooga, wake up. And Shreveport, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. When you at Jackson, wake up. Savannah, wake up. And Charleston, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, appreciate it, Brat. Appreciate it, Brat. All right, dog. Hey, I got a...
Unfiltered. Unapologetic. It's just real talk.
Rickey Smiley.
Can we please bring back women with class? There has to be some shame in the game. Women just run around saying anything, doing anything, posting anything. Then y'all just be like, let people do what they want to do. When I was growing up, we couldn't do what we wanted to do. Everybody had say-so on what we did. Our moms, our dads, our grannies, our aunties, uncles, principals, teachers, neighbors, people walking down the street. It didn't matter. And that is what kept us from acting the way the world acts today. Because we was embarrassed to make ourselves look stupid. We was too embarrassed to walk outside looking any kind of way. But y'all make everybody think everything is okay and everything is not okay. Can we please get back to class, morals, morality, respect? I am so tired of the ratchet culture. I'm tired.
Yeah, we all tired. And I'm glad somebody said it, because if you say something like that, you get attacked. Imagine walking down the street and you got Mr. and Miss Reuben Davis across the street and Mr. and Miss Madison and Miss Lockhart gonna go back and tell your grandparents that you out here cursing or out here with your pants sagging or whatever. You got to answer to Mr. and Miss Merchant. I remember, my God rest his soul, Mr. Merchant. That was my granddad, and he lived right behind my granddad at Rock T.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what I had did, but he made me come in his house and set me down at his living room table, me and Anthony, and made me write, I will be good 200 times on a piece of paper, and I better not move.
Come on.
And I had to sit there in his living room at his living room table, 8 o'clock in the morning, and write, I will be good on 200 times.
Yeah.
And he didn't play no games. God rest his soul. I'll never forgive Mr. Merchant. I just really appreciate all the correction that I got. But that lady was absolutely right. I was speaking to some kids yesterday, and I want to give a shout out to comedian funny man Jermaine Johnson and the superintendent, Mr. Rod Richmond. Shout out to all of y'all and everybody at the Northeast Prep Academy in Memphis, Tennessee. I was able to go there and share with those students yesterday. It was absolutely awesome. And there's some great kids in that school. And I want to thank Pastor Keith Norman for coming out, sharing and praying over us, and the lady that made the chicken salad and all that. It was an absolutely great experience. And I've been speaking at juvenile facilities as well. And we just have to do better, y'all. They are trying to make it unpopular and embarrass us for correcting them. But then if we don't correct them, we have to live in a society with uncorrected behavior, if that's a word. People going out here doing what they want to do. We got to sit there and be embarrassed while you come through the airport dressed for bed and stuff, and I'm watching people look at you and or whatever. It just be embarrassing. And then on some of that stuff, if you did some of that stuff, it would be, you probably could get away with it, but the way you act and how loud you are, you draw attention to yourself. Guys, with the stuff, the pants sagging, and not even if you dress right, some of your attitude's bad, loud, and just like nobody's embarrassed no more. You could do anything and do whatever you want to do. And there's my grandmama just wouldn't have it. And I just love the way our generation and our grandmothers had some say-so. They had some say-so. A grandmother, they'll shut them down now. You'll get dragged on the internet for being trying to correct somebody. And it's funny. We live in a society where everything that's wrong is now right. And everything is right is now wrong. Now you get on the internet because you make something sound good and make it and put bells and whistles on it, they're going to go with it. But if you say something, or you say vote Kamala Harris, you get dragged on the internet and get called all kind of names or whatever. Now we suffer the consequences of that. All right now, you'll see when you go to buy some products in the next couple of weeks. You're going to see for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, I just hope and pray that our pastors and deacons and trustees and school teachers and principals and neighbors, everybody get back in a space where you can pull a child to the side and make a correction. Because don't come telling me what one of mine did, because I'm going to snatch them up all the way. I don't go against other adults, especially if I feel like that adult care about my child and my child has done something wrong. But every time somebody tell me, Miss Pearl walked in that door and said one of them was acting up in the car, whatever, it's immediately go stand in that corner And I be talk to you like a dog in your face and make you feel ashamed for acting because you do it, the fact that you know better, you know not to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between doing something and make a mistake and you doing something and you know better. When you know better, that's different. And so I just want to encourage all the parents out there that got young kids and grandkids. If you like who you are as a person, give those kids what you had as opposed to what you didn't have. The problem is you're trying to give kids what you didn't have. Soft parents and gentle parents, and that don't work for everybody. Some of these kids, you got to literally get in their face, talk to them like they got to think you crazy. I'll never forget one time I walked in the kitchen and just threw up a stack of plates up in the air and turned around and walked away and just let them crash on the floor just to shock them. They was teenagers at the time. I want them to think that I'm crazy as hell. And I went in my room and closed my door. When I cracked my door, I heard them in there sweeping up that glass, and it was real quiet, and everybody was quiet for the rest of the week. Damn right, discipline and structure. I know that sounds crazy and extreme, but whatever. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? So continue. That lady was right. We want to bring class back. We even doing a class for those kids on etiquette class. We're going to feed them. We're going to put jackets on them. We're going to teach the boys how to tie ties, and we're going to teach table manners. Ain't nothing wrong with table manners. Ain't nothing wrong with being classy and elegant. You know what I'm saying? I can be hood when it's time to be hood, but boy, I can clean it up. I can go from playing spades and cracking jokes and watching my homeboys drink beer to sitting in front of the President of the United States, the Obamas at the White House. I can go from 0 to 10 or from 5 to 15 real quick. So y'all just keep all that in mind and stop shaming people that's trying to correct you and make you better. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, appreciate that, John Lyon, Black Tony. What up?
Hey, what up, Rick? What up, everybody? How y'all doing? This morning?
You coming to work?
Yeah, I'm coming. I had to turn around. No, I was in the parking lot, but I had to turn around, come back over here to the hood. I got to wait for Family Dollar to open up because I got to buy some for Breeze. Cause I can't come up in there like this, cause you was like literally in the parking lot. I ain't met the what's his name Alfred's yet, and I don't want to come in there with a bad first impression.
Oh no, I think I've already.
Nah, cause what happened? What happened was I was already in the parking lot, and then I had.
Hey, Black Tony, you ain't met us. You ain't met us either.
Wow, really?
Message. Hey, Black Tony, you ain't met Rashid. Hey, Brat, have you met Black?
You guys have never met. Oh, my
Gary.
That's not the part. That's not the part. The part is.
Hold on, have you met Taylor? Have you met Taylor and Taylor, Beyonce? Have y'all met Black Tony?
Never.
Okay, look, Shawty, you worried about the wrong thing right now. I'm trying to be respectful right now, because if I came up in there right now, it's going to be ugly, Shawty. If I came up in there right now, if I turned around, came back and came up in there right now, cuz I had pooed it in the car, okay? Oh, God. And it was a heavy beef poo.
Don't be saying that.
What you had, Black Tony?
I got on one of them hoodies from the radio station, and you know the hoodie got that thick material. Yeah. And I had ate some beef roast last night and this morning, and I pooed it, and that beef poop is heavier than a regular poop. And it hang in your clothes longer, Shawty.
Yeah, because the beef roast had a little stringy. Yeah. The stringy.
Because Dr. Collier said beef got a lot of protein in it. And that protein stank longer.
Who cooked the beef roast?
My grandma.
What she put in it? What she had in it?
She had onions. She had the little round onions and some bell pepper. And some gravy and salt and pepper. What you talking about?
She put some the bell peppers, the carrots, and potatoes.
And them little potatoes, them little baby potatoes.
Now, did she do dinner rolls or cornbread?
She did them Hawaiian rolls, them little orange Hawaiian rolls.
Put some butter on them, yeah.
Them little sweet rolls.
Right.
She put some butter on that country cross. That's how we get down over there. Cause my auntie just got her food stamp, so we got a lot of extra stuff right now. Cause she got her food stamp.
That country crock do be hitting though, Black Tony.
Yeah, they filled up her food stamp card. But I'm talking about we went crazy up in there. Boy, my auntie got like $900 on that food stamp card. But we went ham up in that damn grocery store yesterday.
Hey, Black Tony, how many boxes of cereal y'all got? What kind of cereal y'all got?
Sorry, we got some Cattle Crunch. We got some. We got Cattle Crunch, not the regular Cattle Crunch. We got the
peanut butter.
Nah, we got
with the cranberries. With the cranberries.
Yeah, the cranberry. And we got the tricks. But I'm talking about my auntie got tricks and Fruit Loops. Who do that? Where they do that at? Where you get tricks and Fruit Loops?
Come on with it, dog.
And some frosted flakes. And 2 different kind of Pop-Tarts. She got the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart and the strawberry Pop-Tart. Boy, we ain't playing up in there.
Y'all doing good, man.
We went crazy up in there, boy.
Sounds like
How many burgers y'all had?
But about 2.5. Got them big box of fish sticks. I'm talking about with like 80-some fish sticks in there.
Yeah, hey, y'all got an extra deep freezer in the garage?
Yeah, we ain't got no damn garage. The hell you talking about, boy? We in the hood ain't no damn garage. We got a deep freezer out on the side of the house. Yo.
How y'all pack all the stuff in the refrigerator?
Huh? We put it in the refrigerator and then put it in the deep freezer. And the deep freezer on the side of the house, we got a big lock on it, and we chain the dog up to it. What? So
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah. Travel down back again. Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl. Oh, yeah.
Sing it. Sing from your kidney.
Hallelujah.
Boy, everybody shout. And then you just shout a little bit on that, just a little bit inside. You said, thank you.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I want to hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the T and the color of the day, Gary.
Hey, good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Deion Sanders, y'all, is speaking out, y'all. They're saying that this week the Atlanta Falcons defense coordinator, Jeff Ulrich, y'all. How you say his last name? Ulrich. But you know, he apologized, y'all, to Deion's son, y'all, for making that prank call, honey. His son did, honey, to Shedeur Sanders the other day, y'all. Well, Deion is thanking everybody, y'all. They're saying, Mr. Sanders said he want to thank you all, honey, for your support, your love, your words of encouragement, hate, your disdain, your envy, your misunderstanding, your judgment, your lies, and playing your role. He said we wouldn't be on the path, honey, that we're on without all of you. He said God is good, and God is definitely good. We love him, serve him, and appreciate everything that comes with this journey. God bless everyone. Hashtag Coach Prime. Isn't that beautiful?
Nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is beautiful, and he thanked everybody, you know, the haters and all that other good stuff. But my thing is, that man, he had to pay about $250,000. That's not that much money. I mean, for what his
I think the
son
team
did.
had to pay $250,000, and he had to pay $100,000 himself.
Yeah, but
he was fine.
And
that money go to Deion?
Nah, I don't know.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
But thank God.
To charity?
Okay.
What'd you say, Rock?
I was just gonna say, man, thank God the coach has a good reputation because he almost got fired. Like,
wow,
for that foolishness, man. But you know, his reputation in the league and with the organization, they keeping him on.
Yeah,
I don't think it's worth nobody getting fired. The question becomes, did he intentionally allow his son to get that information? That's the crux of the matter.
Yeah.
I think what I read that he got fined because he allowed that's privileged information that he allowed to be exposed. You know, it was on a laptop that he should not have allowed that information to be exposed.
They say he got some coffee, was talking to some people, but his laptop was still open.
Right, but he need to train his damn son. That's just like a doctor having his doggone notes sitting out on the bed, and his child say, "Go call the patient." Oh, you have cancer and something like that. I don't think that's a good look. He needs something. He should have been reprimanded more than that. If they'd have been of African descent, honey, you would have never. It would have been done. He would have been fired.
Believe that.
You're
right, Gary.
I walk in the doctor's office and I see the secretary, the administrator got them lashes. I turn, oh no, you ain't gonna have my information all over Facebook.
So, you know, but anyway.
Rickey Smiley.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they will. I'm joking. But I done walked out a whole lot of office. Oh no. Oh no.
So, if that receptionist don't look like Betty White, you ain't staying.
You know, I know that. But anyway, y'all, moving on, honey. Other celebrity news, y'all. 4 years ago, y'all remember Donald Trump commuted, y'all, the prison sentence of former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick, y'all, just 7 years into his 28-year sentence on fraud charges. Well, they're saying apparently, y'all, Kwame was promised, honey, a full pardon to campaign for Trump in the 2024 election. A promise, y'all, that Trump has not yet kept. Now, according to the bridge out there, saying that the former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick said the campaign all over the country for Donald Trump last year after the Republican presidential nominee promised y'all to pardon him during a meeting at his Mar-a-Lago estate, according to a voicemail obtained by the Bridge, Michigan. Now, they're saying, quote, he promised that in his first month in office that he would give me a pardon. Kwame said, honey, this spring, y'all, in a message left with State Rep Karen Whitsett. She did not provide the audio out to Bridge, but confirmed its authenticity. He said, quote, I told him that I'd go to work, honey, and I did, Kilpatrick added, referring to Trump. Kilpatrick, y'all, who cut a pro-Trump radio ad for the Michigan Republican Party in September, said, y'all, that he spoke for Trump multiple times last fall in Detroit, Philadelphia, and Georgia, y'all, and helped, y'all, to arrange Detroit events for the president. Now, Trump in 2021 commuted Kilpatrick, y'all, 28-year federal prison sentence, y'all, for corruption conviction stemming, y'all, from a bid rigging scheme, y'all, while he was mayor of Detroit. He said a full pardon, however, could allow Kilpatrick to avoid paying, y'all, off the $831,000 in restitution that he still owed as of last fall. The pardon would cure everything, Kilpatrick said, y'all, in the voicemail, suggesting that he was still getting killed, honey, in federal court by prosecutors intent on making him pay his debt, y'all. He said, quote, I'm not a beggar. He said, I'm not a bitchy guy. He said, I just want my work to speak for itself, unquote.
Man, Trump ain't going to give him nothing.
But can the president lie to people?
He lied to us every day. Huh? Yeah, he out, but he didn't give him the full pardon. So without the full pardon, you still have to pay that restitution, which is almost $1 million. And Trump don't owe him. He's not going to give him nothing at this point because there's nothing in it for him.
Yeah, but can't he sue him? No, he lied to that man. Told that man,
please, he lied to us every day.
Good luck with that.
Oh my God, poor thing, honey. Well, there you have it, though, honey. So y'all don't listen to y'all president, honey, because he will lie. And he lies very good.
Yes, he does.
Yes, Lord. All right. And then my quick for free story, let's continue. We talked about it last hour, Shannon Sharp. Let's continue to pray for Shannon Sharp. Yeah, it was reported that he went off on one of the listeners or whatever. You know, I guess he was going through stress at the time, y'all. So, honey, I guess somebody said a word that he didn't like hearing, and he went off on him, y'all. So we just got to keep him lifted up in prayer because, you know, when you're going through a lot of stuff, you can get angry and say stuff. But the sad thing about society today, baby, people tape everything. People are taping everything, and people are seeing everything, honey, that you do. So if you think you're hiding, the old folks used to say back in the day, what's done in the dark comes to light. So let's continue praying, and don't forget to continue praying for Bill Belichick too, because honey, Wanda Sykes said he didn't meet that little 24-year-old on no damn plane, honey. It's more to that than what we know about it. So we're gonna keep them lifted up in prayer too. So it's just a prayerful time right now.
Wait, they met on the airplane?
He said they met on the plane.
No.
So, honey, and wanted to say 24 years old. What in the hell can a 24-year-old tell you? She said, honey, if a 24-year-old come to me, she running. She said, because they ain't got nothing to talk about.
He said they met on the plane and they just had great conversation and continued talking after they got off the flight.
So she in first class?
Or private. I would think private.
No, they was on a commercial flight. This is what
really?
Belichick said.
Really?
Back when it happened, yeah.
Bill Belichick was talking to that chick on Frontier Airlines now, because...
But y'all
was
think
she being
24?
flued out? Or where was, okay, no.
Not flued, baby. Not flued.
Flued.
Wasn't it flown?
Huh?
Was it flown? Wasn't it flown
No, it's
out?
flued out.
No, black people, we said flued. When you get flued out, somebody finna smash.
Oh.
You get flown out. It's a job interview or a family reunion or death. But when you get flued out, that mean that wig finna come off. Somebody finna put that foot on that neck. Somebody finna make that thing go.
The cologne today, honey, is Beauty Queen. On the high, you say Beauty Queen. On the low, just say beautiful dog mob. That's your cologne for the day.
Yes, sir. You get flued. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, listen, one of the most iconic girl group of the 90s is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, Xscape is here.
Good morning.
Yeah, from Soul for Harmony. remedies to timeless hits like Just Kicking It. Who can I run to? Understanding. These ladies help define an era. Y'all, please welcome Xscape one more time. Tamika, Tiny, and Candy in the building. We are so proud of y'all. Happy to have y'all this morning. And one of our favorite songs is My Little Secret. Has officially gone platinum.
Yes.
And, yes, your album Softest Place on Earth is now gold. Congratulations. How does it feel?
Feels amazing.
It feels really good because overall it lets us know that the people are still showing love to our music after all these years. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, they never really pushed the second single off the album. So, Secret, it went gold, but then they stopped putting it in stores for people to buy. They only wanted people to buy the album.
Mm-hmm.
And so now when people can stream, they still streaming the songs and they starting to go up even more. So, it's a blessing.
Yes, definitely.
Especially after they see y'all on tour. Go ahead, my bad.
No, I was just going to say, y'all were the soundtrack to many of our lives. You still are. I mean, breakups, makeups, and everything in between. Y'all made side chick anthems way before it became a TikTok trend.
Whoa, wait a minute.
When you think about it, we did, and we didn't really think about it at the time like that.
Right. Okay,
My
but
Little Secret.
I wonder, did you get a lot of backlash for songs like My Little Secret?
No.
Not at all.
No, everybody was rocking with us. I think back then, everything was different when you didn't have the internet.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
So
like
true.
Right.
So true.
you didn't have social media where people like picking apart everything.
Yes. Well, beyond the stage, each of y'all thriving in y'all own personal ventures, of course. Candy, you left Real Housewives, but only to break records, producing Broadway hits like Othello, starring Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal. You and your husband Todd smashed Broadway records. Did you have any idea that Othello would blow up like this?
Right.
I didn't know it was gonna be like this,
It's
making
crazy.
history. But I mean, of course, I was excited and thought, it was gonna do great things. But making history, no, I didn't know that.
That's crazy. Yes. That's crazy.
Well, it's making history, honey, and it's a cute play, and it's a cute coin, honey, to see him too. But anyway, we loved it.
Gary talked about getting tickets.
No, but Gary was talking about a damn discount.
Yeah, Gary wanted the hookup. He said he can't pay $900 for no front seat.
Well, you know what though, we love being on the front, but at the same time, now when you got on that Dior jacket, honey, and I know you paid a coin for that. So we gotta remember, like Denzel is one of our living legends, right? And so is Jake Gyllenhaal. So it's a premium that comes with that.
Damn right.
You get them up close in person. You and man, come on now.
But I didn't know they were $900, baby. Y'all bringing it in, ain't you?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Madam, your friend, baby.
Well, Tiny, you and I are going.
Yeah, we is, but we got the hookup.
No.
That's what I noticed about your black friends.
No.
They have on all the names and labels, all that. But when it comes to things that's like culture and life experience, memories that you make, then they be like, I don't know about all that. I don't know about
Look, Tiny and I will be on the front row. We're going to be on that front row.
You know what I'm saying? $900 Tiny.
You got it right here.
Girl, this is $70 million winner of a lawsuit.
Right.
Tell her,
I got you,
honey,
please.
that
Stay
don't
on the
mean
Okay.
nothing. So now,
Live on the private jet.
Now, Candy, so you and your daughter, honey, she's definitely following your footsteps, honey, into reality TV. So what advice have you given her, and what concerns do you have? Because this girl's in New York, baby, honey. New York is a different kind of animal.
Okay, so Riley is on a show called The Next Gen NYC. It starts June 3rd on Bravo. But I told her, I said, if you're going to be on a show, you got to always own anything you say and do.
Yeah.
Don't get on there faking and flogging. You said it one time, you want to pretend you didn't say it. Like, don't do that. You got to stand on business every time. You got to own it. And I was like, and you can't be reading the comments. You can't be worried about what people say. Just yesterday, she was hot about something somebody posted. I said, girl, you cannot be responding and replying to everything. Like,
You'll go crazy.
You'll go crazy.
Yeah.
Tiny, let me keep that grandbaby. Oh my God, Tiny. Tiny.
I'm talking about that's my baby there.
Tiny, I'm coming over there. I'm just gonna let the baby sit in my lap. I'm gonna take a nap and let the baby take a nap. I just gotta come over there. That baby is.
He will. He'll sit there and watch Mickey Mouse. All you gotta do is turn Mickey Mouse on. You good.
Tell the hot dog, hot diggity dog.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm for it. Go ahead, Alfreda.
No, so Tiny, you are in full force mode, working with your daughter, who's starring in a hit TV show and also putting out music. How has that been? Like just watching her follow in your footsteps.
Yeah.
You talking about the youngest one?
Eris.
Okay.
All of them is doing something.
Okay.
All of them.
I mean, I'm loving it because I felt like, for a moment, I was pushing her to act and get, do auditions and stuff. And she was just like, I don't want to act. I want to sing. And I'm just like, you don't know really what you want to do. I'm telling you, this is the move.
Right.
And so she would do it, but she would, give me hell the whole time. So after she did the Miss Pat show, and she had started on the Gross Point show, the Garden Society, she came to me and she said, you know what, Mama? Thank you for pushing me to act because I love it. I love it now. And you know what? She got the cuss on the Miss Pat show. So she like, this is a different world. I am loving it.
Tiny, if she didn't know no other lines, she knew that one. She was ready for that one.
She knew them lines. When I went to the set, Miss Pat and them was like, this child knows all her lines. She even know my lines. Like, she know my lines better than I know my lines. I was like,
wow.
So
Eris came out a genius, honey.
Yes, thank you.
Little bitty. Well, of course, Tiny, everybody was following the OMG Girls trial. We so happy for you with all that money. I just would like to know, can I get about $2 million?
Come on.
I'm still waiting on the money, man. I'm just tell you, man, the man, like, he ain't trying to give up. With every other money I got, we got a new motion being filed. New motion.
Oh,
so
yeah.
We can't even get to the appeal because eventually he'll appeal, and we're waiting on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it do take a long time for people to pay you, child.
Yeah, so it's in God's hand, and God said we deserve it. It's ours, and it's ours.
Because they did steal the style.
They stole it.
Very clear. Very
I
clear.
just need a minivan. I need a minivan.
Not a minivan.
Yeah,
I'm with you on the minivan. I need one too. I've been looking at all kinds of stuff. Yep, I'm gonna get this, and I need this.
Hey, Will, and Tamika, we know that you love to cook, and we hear that you have an exciting new cooking project in the works. Tell us about that.
Well, I have created a dessert-inspired candle line called Scoop and Wick Candles. So I was able to give everybody some butterscotch. One of my favorite butterscotch candy candles. There's so many different candles. There's 100% soy. It melts down into a massage oil. So it's 2-in-1 candle, just in time for Mother's Day. You can go to scoopandwick.com and get yours today. And I still have my seasonings. Tamika Scott Southern Fuse. You can go to southernfuse.com and get your seasoning. And I will have another announcement in another week. Huh?
You ain't tell me you had no damn seasonings?
I done had seasonings about 5 years now. How long have I had seasonings?
Rickey like to cook now.
When I go to Rickey house, I just sit down and eat. I don't have to do nothing. The food be prepared, it be delicious. So I just sit back and relax.
I'm gonna start cooking with your seasoning. And listen, y'all, we got Xscape in the building. More Xscape coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Listen, we are in with Xscape.
Yes, and we are so excited. Now, let's talk about this viral video.
Yeah, I was on the internet, and Tiny, we got to talk about Tip. That's my dog, and he does not play when it comes to you. And we recently saw a viral video of him jumping off the stage doing a performance. What was y'all at, and what happened? Telling folks like to leave you alone, and he said he will flip a damn table over. He don't play by his wife. Tell us about that. What happened?
Man, so it was a little misunderstanding, I feel, but the security was moving. He was nice at first. The security was moving us, and I guess I don't know what they were trying to do, but looked like they was trying to move us outside of the gate in the front, like in front of the stage, but it was like where everybody else were, like all the audience. So he was like, hey, while he was doing this song, he stopped and said, hey, don't move them. They good. They with me. You know what I'm saying? So the people was looking like, what? You know, and then they kept like pushing us over to the side, like, come on. And that's when he jumped off the stage and started going crazy a little bit. So, you know, he tried.
I don't blame him.
Right.
He tried to do it the cool way. Like, hey, you know, they with me. Leave them alone.
Right.
So, is there any new music, y'all, or a new tour we should be looking for?
We have a lot of shows coming.
That's what's up.
Starting this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
This weekend, we're going to be performing here in Stockbridge.
Okay.
May the 3rd.
Yeah, May 3rd. And then
Star Amphitheater.
Yeah, and then we headed out to Cali on May 11th. So we have a lot of shows coming up. We haven't dropped new music, but we still performing, honey.
That's right.
The songs are still going up.
That's what we like. People still going crazy when y'all hit that stage, too.
Oh, my God.
So, Tamika, everybody saw the fallout with you and, you know, your sister on TV and social media. Where do you both stand now? And have you talked to her since we last spoke to you? Like, where is that standing?
Well, after we talked, Brat and I talked, she called. And we had a short conversation.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Well, we're going to get Ayana Fix My Life.
Right?
Yeah. To come and sit down. We get that. We praying for you and we praying for that whole situation. We're not trying to exploit it because our family is everything. Right. And we know it's deep and it's personal. And we love you. You part of the morning show.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so we absolutely love y'all.
I love y'all too.
Absolutely. And listen now. So now we're about to play a game called the Lightning Round. So Brat, go ahead.
All right, so me and Ricky gonna say a phrase, and then you say the first thing that come to mind. Okay.
Uh-oh. But wait a minute, y'all missed my question.
What's your question?
What question, Gary?
My question is this. Let's talk about, honey, y'all legacy. Let's talk about y'all legacy, y'all. So what do you hope people remember about Xscape? First of all, I want to say that I love y'all. Y'all look fabulous this morning, honey, and I like that, honey. I love
do anything for some damn free tickets.
Okay.
And then tomorrow y'all ass gonna be in the tea.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I would tell them. And then he talk trash. She'll be like, well, I love them though.
I do, honey. I love all y'all, honey. Y'all all look good this morning, and I love it. So what about your legacy? What type of legacy y'all want to leave behind?
We want people to know that we were just some, home down girls that went after our dreams. We had a lot of obstacles. We had people talking, oh, they're not cute, they're not this, but our talent stood, and we just continued. And 30-something years later, we're still here. So because you get a no, don't means you have to stop. We got a lot of no's, but we're continuing to still set the tone and break records and continue to reinvent ourselves. So we want people to know that we worked hard and we went for what we wanted, and we're all successful in our own right. And it feels good to be that example as black females in the industry.
Okay, let's get into this game, y'all. Y'all ready? We're going to say the little phrase, and then you say the first thing that come to mind. You ready? Favorite snack?
Ooh.
I got to think about it.
Yeah, Tiny. What do you have to have before you go on stage? How about that?
Nothing.
A drink?
Let me see. Let me see. What do I have to have before I go on stage?
I have to have a Sprite. That's on my rider.
Oh,
okay. I know what I need. I have
this gum that you have to get on Amazon. They don't sell it in the States. It's called Airwaves. It opens you up. Like, it's so strong.
Really?
Yes. Oh, it's for your throat, huh?
Well, it's really just a chewing gum for your breath, I guess, but it's so strong. It opens your airwaves up.
Okay.
So I need that also. I need hot tea, and I also need tissue because my nose be running and my eyes be running. Everything be running.
Hey, Tamika, I have to have a damn Sprite to burn my throat.
Me too. It has to be on my rider.
Tamika, some M&Ms, some Sprite. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, one more. Favorite trap or rap song? Tiny.
Trap or rap song?
Favorite trap or rap song?
You better come back to me.
My mom's playing tricks on me.
It's
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was Tamika's.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Favorite
Mine-
rap song.
Mine is
Something that hype you up before you go on stage.
Got a husband that do
What
trap.
hype
You
you
know,
up?
right?
I have to say, what's my favorite word? Anytime they say it in the club, it's going up.
One of mine is what's the song where I take your cookies.
Take your
cookies.
You know what?
What is it? I know what you're talking about.
Man, I ain't bad. Don't no kiss no ass or take shit.
That's all right.
Yeah, never scared. There you go.
Never scared. Right,
Come on,
right.
Y'all know my mind bad. I you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, y'all make sure y'all follow Xscape, man, and give it up for the one and only, the legendary Xscape. Y'all, thank y'all for coming by.
Thank you for having
All over the world. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning. Happy to have you. Happy Thursday.
Man, thank you, brother. Good morning, Rick. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, what's up?
Listen, man, we got a hell of a week happening with us. So, if you did not know, this week the last ships from China with non-tariff goods are arriving. And so, what does that mean? That means that we are getting ready to be in a world of hurt because after these ships come in, I believe those that were packed and loaded before April 9th, after that, there's 145% tariff on every good that comes into the United States from China.
That's crazy. What does that mean, Jeff?
Well, it means you're talking about double and triple the cost, and you're talking about for everything. I literally was had to take my car in, and the guy that does my car was like, Jeff, I got a guy that just came in, and he had to get a new engine, and it was $10,000. Now it's $35,000. Oh my God. And if you want to translate that to more basic goods. You know how much stuff we get from China?
Sneakers,
clothes, or shoes, or microchips. I mean, there's just so many things, yes, that we don't even talk about. And so it's going to require U.S. Retailers to decide: are we going to stop carrying these goods, or how are we going to transition those costs to the customer? And so for all those people that were like, tariffs are great for America. Boy, this is about to hurt. And guess who can weather this storm longer than we can? The Chinese.
Right.
I mean, when you've got an authoritarian government where you've got the ability to move resources around to fit your needs, and frankly, where, you will let the people hurt for a longer period of time in order to prove a point to Donald Trump. I just don't know how there's an end in sight. And so it means it could be a really difficult summer.
Yeah, because the United States doesn't have any leverage against China, like
Zero.
Trump is trying to say, but people don't understand that.
Zero.
They're about to understand
and it may
though.
not be zero, but we definitely don't have the leverage on them that they have on us. And if listen, y'all, if that was not bad enough, the president signed 2 independent bills this week that ultimately, within 90 days, allow police to work in direct partnership with the U.S. military and other defense opportunities against U.S. citizens. And so this is Trump's bill to reduce crime.
Crazy.
And this is nasty, y'all. So, I mean, I have tried not to panic in the midst of a lot of the noise, but this is not noise. When you are giving the opportunity for the U.S. military to be used essentially against American citizens in American cities, you have essentially created martial law. And if we don't think this is going to be used however he wants to use it, it's also part of this is also about protecting police. So where we, Kay, you and I have talked for years about qualified immunity and how qualified immunity is what allows police misconduct to take place. If you thought that was bad, this is going to be qualified immunity on crack. Yeah. It literally is about protecting police officers.
And it's unconstitutional, and they're just going around it.
Man, listen, and even to going against mayors city councils that attempt to limit police power. I mean, this thing is so frightening that I don't even know what all the implications are going to be because the details of the bill still haven't been worked out yet. And so you've got the FBI director and the Secretary of Defense that are still working out the specific details of everything that this is, because, again, this is an executive order. So in this executive order, it's not like a piece of legislation that goes to Congress and you have full details. This is scary as hell. And so if our tariffs weren't enough, leading to what is likely a recession, this bill that in 90 days essentially militarizes police in a way that we've never seen before during peace times is even scarier. So, y'all, we have a lot that we are dealing with and that can impact us. And if people of color and others think that you're about to protest anywhere, that is literally what this president wants. And you are going to talk about a level of hurt coming down on protests that we haven't seen since the 1960s.
But they thought she was going to be worse.
Oh, man, listen. So before I get out of here, man, I have to celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu. Many of you may not know who he is, but a stalwart in the area of education. One of the books that he wrote was The Conspiracy to Destroy Black Boys. And this was a brother that, when nobody was talking about it, was going into urban schools, trying to prepare teachers and systems to educate our kids in a way that others just weren't doing it. We lost him 3 days ago at 71 years old. And so if you don't know who he is, I recommend you Google him, potentially pick up one of his books. But Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu was a stalwart in our community as it related specifically to educating black boys, but overall educating our babies in a way that so many people either didn't want to hear about, weren't ready for, or weren't committed to. And so celebrating this soldier and scholar, Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu, as he passes to the other side. Y'all, those are three things I got for you. Love y'all. Always good to be with you.
Hey, love you too, Jeff, man. Appreciate you, man. That's good stuff today, man.
All right, brother. Talk to y'all.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 26 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Alfreda's, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Thursday, May 1st. Here's what's happening in the news. President Trump is pushing his Investing in America plan, saying that $5 trillion has rolled in from global investors, but his new auto tariff is raising eyebrows. Now, he wants to reward cars made with 85% U.S. parts. The problem is, no car sold in the U.S. meets that standard. And while he's talking made in America, the U.S. just cut a mineral deal with Ukraine. Some say it's a win-win. Others are calling it economic colonization. Trump's nemesis Kamala Harris is coming for his economic playbook, saying his policies are reckless and a recipe for recession. Listen to what she said last night.
The American people deserve leaders who make their lives better and make our country stronger. But sadly, we have seen quite the opposite over these past few months.
She went on to say that people are describing the current U.S. vibe as the greatest man-made economic crisis in modern presidential history. She went on by saying, listen, this country does not belong to whoever is sitting in the White House. It's not a holiday, but you might see prayer events popping up at churches, schools, and even some government spots. Today is the National Day of Prayer. It's a time when folks across the country are encouraged to pause, reflect, and pray for the nation. Whatever your faith, or even if you don't claim one, it's a day rooted in unity and good intentions. So if you're feeling it, drop down on those knees and say a little something. For information on these stories and more, go to the RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
Pimping, and pimping. Let me tell y'all something, man. I don't know if y'all was watching this last night. LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and the Lakers have been eliminated from the NBA playoffs by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yes, they knocked them out 4-1 in the series. In the meantime, the Houston Rockets beat Golden State to stay alive. Golden State is leading that series 3-2. And one of the greatest, South Carolina head coach Dawn Staley of the women's basketball program, is being honored with her own statue on campus.
Nice. Having a statue in my image was never a goal or even a thought. When conversations began honoring Asia Wilson with her statue, which is erected just a few blocks from where we stand today, I'll admit I wanted hers to be the only one ever.
Tell you something, man. 3-time national champion Dawn Staley, one of the best to ever do it. She ain't close to being done yet, so congratulations. NFL fining Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich $250,000, fining $100,000 for, actually Jeff is being fined $100,000. The Falcons got fined $250,000 for failing to prevent the disclosure of confidential information. Coach Ulbrich's son, Jason, is the person who prank called Shedeur Sanders, and Stephen A. Smith expressed his thoughts about it.
But clearly you gave absolutely positively no thought to your father because you were on camera. They could actually see your dumb ass.
Right.
And put your father and his name on Front Street. You almost got him fired. How stupid can you be? There are certain times where people deserve to get their ass kicked. And this was one of them.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, obviously Pops had his laptop open. He got up, get some coffee, was talking to some other people in the room. Son went over there, looked at the laptop. Allegedly, this is how it happened, and saw Shedeur Sanders' contact information, grabbed it, and then went into another room and made this prank phone call. So,
Hey,
wow.
Brat.
Yes, sir.
I would like to apologize for something. Turn the music off.
Oh.
Anybody I offended yesterday when I was talking about the Dallas Zoo, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. I would never say anything disrespectful because I know people work hard at the zoo, and everybody mad at me when I posted a picture of the lion on RS Comedy. And I just want to say that I'm sorry.
Now I gotta see it. Now I gotta see it.
That's why he did it.
Nope. Now I gotta go.
That's why he did it. Oh.
Brad, I want to apologize to you. I know you have friends
Oh
that
my
work
gosh. Why?
I ain't got no man.
there. Super Dave.
Thank you.
And
Why did you do this lion like this? This is awful.
I'm gonna need no lion.
So awful. Oh my gosh, so disrespectful. Why?
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
He looked like Barack Obama.
No.
Oh, man.
That joke got a clean bald head, boy.
Brad, I want to apologize. I know a couple of your friends work there and stuff, people that you know and stuff.
Really?
No, I don't mean no harm. Any of that stuff. So I love y'all. Don't go to RS Comedy, and I'm about to take the picture down. It's just not right. It's time for the hot spot. 28 before the top of the hour. Segment's being brought to you by RS Comedy on Instagram. Brad, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's go to the zoo. Shannon Sharp is catching heat online after a video of him discussing his daughter's wedding budgets resurfaced at the same time that these serious allegations against him are going on. Somebody on X called out Shannon, writing, "I just seen that Shannon Sharp told his daughter her wedding was cut off to $30K. Same man who was just about to offer a white woman $10 million. Oh. Shannon first talked about this on his podcast with Chad Ochocinco called Nightcap, and they both talked about how much they'd spend on their kids' weddings. Shannon said he capped each of his daughters at $30,000. Here's what he had to say.
Hey, my daughter's a budget. You got a budget. I don't get whatever you do after that.
What number? I mean, I don't want to be in your business, but what number you said?
30,000.
So you can have a wedding with 30,000?
I don't know what you can have. I ain't the one getting married.
Oh.
Now we know $30,000 in 2025.
Come on now, child. Well, this clip is now resurfaced, gaining some backlash because Shannon's lawyer confirmed that he tried to settle with the woman, offering her at least $10 million during mediation, but she declined, moving forward with the $50 million lawsuit. So, I mean, $30 million is not a lot when it comes to a wedding. $30,000 is not a lot when it comes to a wedding.
Well, it depends on how you living.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when your dad's a celebrity and he's rich, but
and your
for the
dad
average
making
person,
a whole lot of money.
For the average person, that's out of the question. For the average person making, $50,000 a year. That ain't happening.
Yeah, that's different.
It need to at least be 50, or at least I think for a wedding.
Yeah.
It needs to be 50?
Yeah.
You're going to spend thousands on just the dress.
It need to be 50. The dress alone is going to cost you a nice chunk.
But it depends on how you live it, though.
But if you got family and friends.
But if you make $50,000 a year, you ain't having no $50,000 wedding.
Yeah, her dad makes more than that.
No, I'm saying, but he ain't the average person. He the top 1%.
Which means there should be no cap, actually. So if you want
Well, in his
real
case, yeah, he sound crazy saying $30,000.
I want to know how much money a year the person make at the Dollar Zoo who cut that line in hair.
He make about $13 an hour.
He could have faded him up a little bit.
We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that.
Got a nice little Caesar.
Thank you, Brad.
That line
For
don't
more
roar.
information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com.
What that line
Catch me on all my social media at SoSoBrad.
That line
Coming up next, we have the Praise Mixdown with Dwight Stone.
Man, this some bull.
Can't wait for that.
What's up? Get out of bed.
The Rickey Smiley Morning.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.